Yo, everybody, what's going on? How's it hanging, everybody? Why are you not working? Give me just a second. Okay, cool, now it's working. Hello, everybody. Oh, I can... Ah, spooked me. I'm tired. We're gaming. You already know. Before we start, let's take a look at our bracket real quick. Oh lord, I forgot which one of these is the bracket. Oh, not that one. Not that one. There it is. Okay. So this is our bracket so far. We've done some stuff, and then I was super sick. I have like real bad allergies right now, so my throat's still actually sore. But I said I was going to do this, so here we are. And then we have all these guys in losers as well. We just need to fill that out once we get there. But for now, we're working all the way until we hit this. I think it's this one. Yes, until we hit this stage up here. So we've got some fights to do. So on that note, let's get started. Oops. There it is. Alright, let me get predictions. You know, it's early in the morning. I'm not going to do predictions. I want to try to get through as many matches as humanly possible, so we're actually just not going to do predictions for now. If you guys really want predictions, you could let me know in the chat, but as of right now, I'm not going to do them. Also, so for those of you who are also unaware, we play on Fast Forward because there's just so many matches to do. And I personally don't think it looks that bad. I think it looks decent, honestly. So I do not mind the Fast Forward. How is the audio, everybody? Also, sorry if you hear me sniffling, there's only so much I can do about it. I don't want snot running down my face. That move sounds ridiculous. And fast forward. Bag takes game number 1. Also, I had the VODs for, good watching VODs later, so I'll just say I work Monday, Friday. That is fair. That is completely fair. Speaking of the VODs, I don't know where they went. I saved for the other 2 times we've streamed this. I saved them, but like no matter where I look on my computer, I can't find them, and they're just not on Twitch anymore. So I'm gonna like email Twitch and say, hey, is there any way that I can have those VODs from these days? Cause I don't know where they went. Cause I know obviously like Twitch deletes VODs after a certain period of time. So I locally recorded them. Because I was going to try to remove the bit at the beginning where it's just the be right back screen. Because I was going to try to snip that down in Windows Movie Maker. But it's, no matter where I look, they're not there. So I just guess I didn't do them. I don't know. Good morning, Fenric. So we're going to try to. I'm going to try to email Twitch, see if I can get those back so I can just directly upload them from YouTube to Twitch. And I'm just going to upload today's directly from YouTube to Twitch. I'm not going to mess around with it anymore. Spiral Dive finally hits. He's used that move a ton, and it's just, like, not worked out for him, but it's worked out twice in a row now. And it might give him the win. Yeah, it's going to end up giving him the win. Milwaukee Beast just simply didn't hit a single move that last game. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Bag takes that 2-1. Next is going to be Z-Rex versus Murkrow. Alright, 2 special breeds fighting here. Like I said earlier, I'm not gonna super duper bother with predictions right now unless people really want it. So I'm just gonna get started. I want to try to get as many battles done as possible, but if you guys really want predictions, it's only 30 seconds a pop, it's whatever. Now, both these monsters with very similar stats. Falling Beak doing little damage, same with the Bound. You might think maybe Z-Rex is fat, but those moves just do no damage. It's okay. I will check though just in case. Yeah, this guy is... Actually, he has normal form, but it's slightly lower. It's normal in the slight negatives. Regardless... Oh wow, Murkrow won. I didn't even realize. I was too busy pulling up the AV. I didn't even see by how much. I just saw that he won. Big bound charge coming out into the claw. Both these monsters just absolutely going bananas crazy with their basic techs here. And hit techs in the case of Murkrow. But something's gotta give eventually, and it looks like the Million Claws gave there. Z-Rex just not being able to hit anything, but Murkrow can't hit anything either, it seems. So even though that was a bit like a lot of misses in a row for Z-Rex, he hit it on account. We're going to game 3. Bound hits into the Falling Beak, but that one misses. Into the Bound charge. Z-Rex just has so many guts built up, though. Huge tail combo, but misses the second time. Beak thrust finally landing a move on Murkrow's side. If he hit that Bound, it would have put him. I don't want to say in the lead, but it might have put him closer to the lead. But as it stands now, it looks like Z-Rex is taking that. Next is going to be Pyre versus Beetlegeese. Man, this hasn't even risen where I'm at. Looks nice and bright over your way. Yeah, the sun is like rising right now. It usually rises at around 6:40 where I live. Pyre? Beetlejuice. What time is it where you at, Fenric? Alright, Pyre and Beetlejuice. If you remember, Beetlejuice is basics only, whereas Pyre has, like, the special text TM, as well as Fire Twisters. Multiple consecutive spits coming out on Beetlejuice. Ooh, big rapid beaks there, though. Into the single beak, Pyre's in a great spot right now. Goes for beak, but it misses. Into the tail assault is just not going to be enough. Yeah, it's just not going to be enough. Betelgeuse kind of falls behind, just doesn't have enough damage output. Alright, going into game number 2. Big Fire Twister coming out into the rapid beaks. Into the rapid beaks again. Pyre just kind of running away with this game. Yeah, Betelgeuse is so close to just being, like, kaput. Goes into the spit, into tail assault. He's so close to being just, like, yeah. Oh my god, the fire wave at the end, absolutely rude. Pyre's taking that 2-0. Next is Mozart versus Anger. Gonna make sure. So we don't see ghosts super often, so it's fun to see one here versus the Suezo. Big spit. Mozart is more than just the basics, so we'll see if that works out better, because the just the basics didn't end up working there for Beetlejuice. To be fair, though, this is winners round 2. Or is this winners 3? Oh, this is winners 3. I need to update my overlay real quick. Oh my god, this is incredibly close, but Mozart takes it just by a little tiny bit. Dang, I'm so sad I missed that while I was messing with the overlay. Oh well. Happens. It could have also just been like a stinker where nothing happened. Who knows? The I-beam, big I-beam coming out. The uppercut missing is actually kind of huge. Because usually Ghost doesn't mind just like dumping off its guts on the floor. Ahaha. But Mozart could actually like keep up with it in guts rate, so it's just kind of rough for it. Anger just missing everything. He's demoralized from game number 1. Huge lick where there's a ton. I think combinations is the only way out of this, yeah. But it doesn't crit, which means it doesn't actually do enough damage, even though he had a hurry. So it looks like Mozart takes that 2-0. After that super nail-biter first game, he just kind of runs away with the second one. Ooh, excuse me, I had to pass gas there. I don't know if you guys heard it. It was decently loud. Next is Venom who I think is a gel or is it a tiger? It's this tiger. An Experiment K. Alright. One of these monsters is slightly less max life. Experiment K is fun. It's a special summon, it's a special summon that starts with, flattening, X or whatever that's called. It starts with a big flattening move, although right now it's just using little flattening, and it's seeming to work out decently well, so I can't say can't say it's not working, I suppose. Sorry, one of my hairs got in my nose from my hair down here. Once again, a bit of a nail biter, but it looks like Venom's gonna take game number 1. Matches today have been super close, so I'm quite liking that. Once again, everybody, we're going until 9:40 or 9:30. Yeah, we're going until 9:30 or 40, around that time. I'm going to evaluate just how long we're going at 9:30. If we're at a good stopping point, I will probably end at 9:30. Ooh, big 1-2 coming out. Not critting though. Knock missing. If Venom just uses something, as I say, if Venom uses something and hits with it, it's probably over. And it is. Venom takes that 2-0. Next is Cursed versus Pinwheel. Cursed. Alright, let's get into it. So, Pinwheel having the 1 more life, we'll see if that works out. Song of View does miss, though, into getting stabbed in the face. Turn stab doing more damage than Leaping Kick. Costs a decent amount more, though. Scratch coming up. Pinwheel only really hitting with low-risk accurate stuff, or just middling stuff as a whole. Goes for the turn stab, and it looks like that's going to seal the deal. Pinwheel's not going to do anything, and I think outside of, like, critical rushing punch, nothing was going to come of it. I'll take a drink of water. Pinwheel has a huge guts lead right now. Absolutely huge. Uses Meow, just don't do it again, and that was a fine play. Big tiddling. Twiddling. This time it misses, though. Hits on the second time. Cursed has enough time to go for something. Rear leg kick, not good enough. Oh, hey, Thursday tourney. Yeah, it's not a typical thing for me, but I'm going to... 1-1, by the way. I try to stream on Saturdays. In the last couple Saturdays, I haven't been able to stream. And we're going to be able to stream this Saturday, but next Saturday and the Saturday after, I'm also not going to be able to stream. I think? Yeah, that's how that works. So I'm trying to make up for it by streaming today, tomorrow, next Wednesday, and next Thursday. I'm trying to make up for it overall, just make up for lost time. That we're gonna miss the next 2 Saturdays. That's what we're doing right now. And speaking of which, Pinwheel gonna take that 2-1 over Cursed. Next is Silver Scraps versus Lobster. silver scraps. And lobster. So we have an arrowhead fight. Arrowheads were sorely underrepresented last night. And now we have a mirror match. This is gonna be quite fun. Once again, I'm not doing bets right now, but if you want to see them, let me know. Ooh, Meteor is going to put all of those guts down the drain. Energy Shots comes out. Does a lot of withering, but Lobster... Oh, it's my alarm. Alarm is not super useful right now. Several punches into the sting. Ooh, big critical sting into the punch. Silver Scraps kind of steals that away at the last second. Lobster actually kind of had the run back going and then just kind of got blown up. Claw Assault coming out, which actually saves Lobster from going for Meteor instantly. Activating is one bigger than the other? I think so? I'm not quite sure. Ooh, big triple sting is gonna come out. Gonna do a decent amount of damage. Proccing the anger on Lobster's side into a single punch, but it's not gonna be enough. Silver Scraps is going to take it to 0. Next is Hash Browns versus Bus Boy. Hash Browns, which is another arrowhead. It's funny how this works. Bus Boy by D's Nuts. Hash Browns has slightly higher life. We'll see if that comes into effect here. Giant Whip used while Hash Browns was still in foolery, but Hash Browns brings it back within 2 HP. As we see the Sting come out, Sting's going to go wide. Sting's gonna hit again, is gonna miss again, giving Bus Boy a huge guts lead and the life lead. Hitting a couple face attacks. Face attack's not a good move necessarily, but it's doing alright here, and it gives Bus Boy the victory for game number 1. Really funny. The combatants are so long that Bus Boy actually starts outside of the Meteor Drive range, which might be good for it. Meteor Drive is incredibly risky. Sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze, so I figured I might as well mute myself so you guys don't have to hear it, but I didn't actually end up sneezing. Meteor Drive is exactly what Bus Boy needed, but he just didn't quite do it. Because of the sneeze, I completely forgot who won. Let me check real quick. Bus Boy won game 1, we're on to game 3. Alright. Starting out, Bus Boy has a huge guts lead. He's gonna use face attack. He loves using face attack, and it's working out. Hitting Hash Brown with a couple of them basic attacks. Into the Kamikaze? That one's gonna do a lot of damage. Kamikaze incredibly cheap for all that it does. It feels like a special attack, honestly. Activates the hurry from Hash Browns after getting hit with the Kamikaze, but he just doesn't quite have enough guts. Busboy takes that game number 3 and takes it 2-1. Next is Little Amazon S and Crypto. God, my allergies are killing me today. Crypto. Alright, we got a Racky fight. Both have the big lives. Sneak attack, terrible attack. We have Crypto here with the weapon throw. Several of them activates the anger, which means every single one of these is going to be more accurate. Sorry about that, didn't quite mute in time. Crypto, that was a huge blast shot. And Little Amazon that's responding with a blast shot of its own. Into the weapon throw, it's just not going to be quite enough though. Yeah, it looks like Crypto's going to win game number 1. Blast shot comes out, does a little bit of damage. Into the sneak attack. Crits for 37. That attack's not good when you could just, like, kick. Speaking of which, we're gonna see a bunch of kicks come out. No, we go back to the weapon throw spam, it looks like. Sneak attack does 26 damage. Into the twister kick. Crypto wins that 2-0. Next is Om Nom Nom versus Baby Doll. Alright, both these monsters with 311 life, so it's going to be very easy to tell who wins when. Ooh, huge I-beam hitting Baby Doll. Baby Doll responds with a thwack, it just doesn't quite go anywhere. Into the drill attack, but drill attack misses. Belly punch into the poison gas, reduces Om Nom Nom's guts by a little bit. Oh, this might be death. That's death. That is a KO. Om Nom Nom. Taking game number 1 by KO. We don't see that often. Baby Doll now, though, putting on the huge damage. Drill attack misses again. Into telekinesis? Procs anger, though, so not all that bad. Thwack goes wide into the belly punch. Baby Doll, though, takes game number 2 pretty dang convincingly. Alright, game number 3. Drill attack hits again for 107. Om Nom Nom with a really big guts lead, though. Tail Assault, yeah, Tail Assault doing a decent amount. Now it's not, but The belly punch. I-beam misses, though. So does drill attack. Om Nom Nom can absolutely still come back. Ah, huge I-beam. Gets the anger. Oh my god, anger turn assault would have been it, but it's just not quite the play. This Baby Doll's gonna lose this one. And Om Nom Nom takes 2-1. Next is going to be Joe Jobber versus Amber. And Amber is a gel? Yes. Alright, let's get into this. Both with, of course, the 311 life, as per usual. Ooh, big gel cube hits, does 92 damage into the spiked top Joe Jobber on the back foot. Excuse me, I'm tired. Joe Jobber finally hits an attack, but it's probably just not going to be enough. Joe Jobber doesn't have huge damage output. And that's just kind of Joker as a whole. All of its big damage output is super inconsistent. You either have to get the crit on the cutter moves, or, you know, Death Final and Death Slash, both with their astronomically bad hit rates. So doing nothing but missing is kind of detrimental for a Joker. See, two moves, once again, missing Joe Jobber, doing what its name implies. These numbers look like accurate to how it should be, especially with this guts difference. Okay, and yeah, Death Punch having slightly under 50 makes sense, and like 10 guts difference. So yeah, it's not like Amber's like super like dodgy or whatever. It's that Joe Jobber just is blind, can't hit a single gosh darn move. Amber 2-0. And our last match will be Iara versus Denali, and then we will get into the next round. Uh-oh. I'm sure this is gonna happen to somebody where their monster wasn't in and they weren't aware that I was streaming today, so they just kind of get destroyed. Denali is by Alt House. Yeah. I don't see Denali anymore. Alright, well, that's a bit anticlimactic, but that will be 2-0 for Iara. Alright, and on that note, I'm going to take a small break so I can put the people who lost into losers, sort them out effectively, but before I go on my small, like 5-minute break, I am going to show off our bracket, show off where we're standing right now. This is our bracket so far. We're going to be starting off with this match up here. So yeah, looks not bad at all. Allow me to go on a quick break. Quick break. While I mess with the bracket. And I will be right back. Hello, hello. That took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but that's okay. We're now on to Miyaka. There's some sort of error in there, and I'm not quite sure where I went wrong in there. But I didn't want to have to sit there and try to diagnose it all. Oops. All then and there. I'll have to mess with it and see what's going on. Next will be Miyaka versus Spice Life. So we got ourselves a Phoenix fight. These cards are very similar. Ooh, huge fire wave though, doing tons of damage to Spice Life. So we go for the beak, and beak misses into the fire twister, which also misses. Spice Life with some damage on the board, but it's nothing compared to the amount of damage Miyaka has done. Miyaka's gone and done an insane amount of damage. And that Rapid Beaks brings it close though. Spice Life just needs to, you know, not get hit. And also hit its moves. And Miyaka wins game one basically off of the back of the single eruption or whatever it's called in vanilla. Game number 2. Huge beat coming out. I always end up trying to like tie up my hair, because my hair will get in my mouth and stuff. But I was told not to have it tied up as much, so it's loose, but that means I'm occasionally getting a hair in my mouth and I don't like it. So we see now Spice Life is going to not quite do enough damage with that final flame shot, which means Miyaka advances to the next round. Speaking of which, I'll do that while monsters are fighting. Miyaka takes that for Spice Life. Next is Taruz and Peachy Keen. Alright, let's get into this. Both monsters with the big life. Ooh, Cyclone misses though. Starting on Cyclone could be great or terrible for Taruz depending on if he uses it and it hits or misses. And it's great to see that they do start on that move. Excuse me. They do start on that move. Because they're so... Peachy Keen is so long. Ooh, hitting the Cyclone this time, though, into the Kamikaze, which does a lot of withering, but it's just not quite enough damage. Sorry about that. I just had to tuck in my shirt. I'm, like, completely dressed up for work and stuff, so, I just want to be able to just leave the house when I'm done streaming it, basically, so got myself a little bit more ready. Looks like Taruz versus Peachy Keen. Taruz won last time with that big Cyclone. Goes for it again, but without the Guts lead, it's not actually going to do that much. And Peachy Keen has brought it close. This monster just really loves Cyclone. And it's just not quite working out for him. All those Guts that he just built up are all gone now. Taruz in a terrible spot. Taruz dead. We go to game number 3. Cyclone misses once again. He's like 2 and 5 on the move, which is like kind of on odds. Big slap. Giant Whip misses. Taruz goes for the chop, going for a basic warrior strat right now. So we have Hurry activated into the chop. It's going to crit. It's just not going to do enough. And Peachy Keen's going to run down the clock with a tail swing. Peachy Keen takes that 2-1. Next is going to be Mogwai versus Kurora Gunzo. Mogwai is a Jill. Excuse me, I'm tired. All right. Kurora doesn't quite have maximum life, but if it comes to a close situation for this decision, Kurora will have the slight edge. Goes with the flick. Interestingly enough about Mogwai is that it's actually like the 16 Guts Rate version of this monster, not like the it's not the like big Guts Rate version. The small Guts Rate version, excuse me. Jump Blood comes out into a couple of little tiny basics which spam down the clock as Hopper do. Kurora takes game number 1. Kurora goes for hook. It's a little bit of damage. Mogwai has a huge Guts lead though. Ice Wave is gonna miss. Ice Wave probably your best tech as a Jill. To the double slaps. Jab once. Ugh, excuse me. Mogwai just can't hit a single move. Oh, Ice Wave hits, and it looks like it's going to be enough, but the flick takes it right back. Kurora takes that 2-0. This is Olive versus Tony Pajamas. Versus Tony Pajamas. Pajamas, macaroni and cheese. Olip and Honey Pajamas both have very similar stat spreads. Ooh, big magic cards miss though. 20 Pajamas absolutely has a huge damage potential, so you don't want to have a guts deficit against him if you can help it. See here, the magic cards. Swing throw potentially. Swing throw misses though. And so does combination, so Tony Pajamas in a great spot right now. Winning by literally 1 life point, but then a huge big bomb into a bomb of Alip's own. Crits, but Tony Pajamas swings first and maintains the lead, taking game number 1. Big bomb comes out and it misses. We see Ghost charge, 29 whole damage, even though he has a guts lead. Love to see it. Huge critical hit though. On to another one. Tony Pajamas has to contend with Alip's reel. Goes for the toy hammer, but it misses. Alip now out of reel. Will have to not get hit or else that's gonna happen. Tony Pajamas now has a reel. Into the thwack, which hits, does a ton of damage. Tony Pajamas takes that 2-0. Or 2-1, right? No, 2-0. Next is Bonsai Bill versus Ahsoka. Our Soul Monk, who has been at this far into the bracket. Ahsoka is a Joker. There we go. Both monsters with the 311 life. The 311 life is really the only like big difference that matters, outside of like what your form does to your speed and defense slightly. Into the leaf gun, Death Smash comes out into the Death Cutter. Bonsai Bill doing a absolute, I would say an absolute ton of damage, but a ton of damage compared to Ahsoka. It was Death Energy for a big critical hit. Activates the anger. He's gonna get hit again. It's just not enough. Bonsai Bill, but too much of a beatdown at the beginning. Huge Death Energy coming out into the Twister, which hits for a ton of damage. Hits like a truck. Ahsoka now on Death Smash. Does a little bit of damage. The headbutt. Bonsai Bill kind of running away with this. Ahsoka's gonna need something big, like maybe Death Slash, or don't know what has it, or Energy, Death Cutter, which I know it definitely has. It hits. Bonsai Bill procs the anger, doesn't want to go down without a fight. Leaf Gun is just not gonna be enough though, and even though Bonsai Bill grits, it's not enough. Ahsoka takes game number 2. Into the Twister, but this time it misses. Ahsoka's in a great spot right now. Death Cutters come out. Into the second Death Cutter. Bonsai Bill now back in this game. Goes for the headbutt because he's a mock. Of course it does. Gets punched on his way out as punishment. Does a lot of withering with that Twig Gatling though. And he's in contention for the lead with the big crit here. Death Smash, though, comes out, runs down the clock. Ahsoka takes that 2-1. And I hate to have to step away again, but I do really need to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I will be right back. Sorry, it's a bit later than I said I was going to be back by, but that's okay. Oh dear. There we go. That's because that snapped. Okay, interesting. Alright, we are back. Alright, let's get right back into this with Millennium versus Wormwall. Versus Wormwall. Alright, let's get right into this. Huge miss on the double beams. That's a huge tech. Hits it the second time, though. There's a decent amount of damage. Millennium on the bit of a back foot goes for the punch, and that goes wide. The punch hits the second time, a third time. Ooh, into the spike stabs. It's huge. Millennium on the absolute back foot just isn't going to be able to pull off enough damage, it looks like. This Wormwall gets a KO. Why is my phone going off? Oh, that's my alarm to usually wake up in the morning. That alarm basically says we have about 15 minutes to an hour left of stream. So, you know, not bad, not bad, not bad. Twiddling come out, gonna do a decent amount of damage. Into the knock, but knock misses. So here comes Twiddling yet again. Looks like Millennium might be running away with it this time. Gets hit with a huge critical screech, though. Wormwall could pull this out. Ooh, but the leaping kick is probably going to run down the clock. Yeah, it looks like Millennium is going to win game number 2. Into the flattening. Decent amount of damage. Diving press comes out. Into the screech. Huge diving press hits again. Screech hits again, but that one's less of a big hitter. Diving press, huge damage. Into the twiddling for the knockout. Millennium puts on a clinic the last 2 games. Although, to be fair, that one was actually pretty close. Next is going to be Capellison versus Red Flavored. Capellison versus Red Flavored. Alright. Very similar monsters here. The difference is in the spiked top. Huge Gelcopter crit. Into... If a crit it would have killed. But no crit, so no kill. I think it would have killed. It would have been close, actually. I'm not quite sure. Gel top coming out, though. Both monsters at a very even point. Goes for the Gelcopter again, though. So Capellison takes game number 1. Goes for it again, but it doesn't actually hit this time. Hits for Red Flavored, though. Activates Anger for Capellison. So he gets hit by a Gel Top. Last time it was the Copters that gave him the win. This time he seems to be content to use Pierce over and over again. But red flavor does that, but does it better, takes game number 2. Gelcopter being swung by red flavored first this time as it gets smacked by 2 whips. Such a good tech. Removes all of red flavor's guts almost. And the same is done, and into a single whip, these monsters just whipping each other back and forth. But it looks like red flavor is going to pierce and miss, which gives Capelson the opportunity to get in a stab. Beam Gun hits, but it's not going to be able to do enough damage with 2 whips coming out. Looks like Capelson wins that 2-1. Next is Your Energy versus SF Doom. And SF Doom. Alright, once again, both these monsters with the big life. SF Doom with the funny text, though. Dodges everything so far, so is in a great spot. Let's see if he can maintain it. Goes for the Claw Assault and misses, but hits the second time, does the first blow of the set. Huge Fist Missile comes out, though, into the Chewing. Long Punch comes out. Kiss would have been big there, but it's going to miss, which means SF Doom is probably taking... Yeah, SF Doom stalls at the clock with some punches. We go to game 2. Spit doing a little bit of damage and costing almost nothing. Your Energy with a huge Guts lead. Goes for the Kiss, but misses. Into the huge Long Punch. Fist... Weird angle there on the Fist Missile, but it hits. Your Energy just kind of falling behind here, like it did in the first game. Looks like we're probably going to have a 2-0, but Your Energy coming back up. Goes for the Kiss, but it's just not going to be enough damage. He needed to go for something like Chewing, or maybe a bunch of Tail Assaults. SF Doom takes it 2-0. Next is going to be Gunding versus Panlin. Gunding versus Panlin. Alright. It's our second to last match before we get into the some of the matches we've seen already today. Aira comes out for a decent crit. Panlin just kind of getting beat up on. He goes for the Slash Claws. Does a ton of damage. It misses the second time. Into the Thrust Claws, which also misses. Panlin just missing everything. Then he gets hit with a Water Gun. Excuse me. Yeah, I think this might be it. Panlin needs like something huge with a critical hit. Oh, and power? Potentially. Ah, the Twister Claw was on deck. It would have hit. Probably with a big 70 there, it would have done so much damage, but alas, it wasn't meant to be. Goes for the Ice Sword, but misses into the Slash Claw. That one hits. Panlin taking the first shot of the set so far. Gunding, though, has a huge Guts advantage. Hits the Water Gun. Oh no, there went 25 of your Guts. Gets it with a Twister Claw. Stab Claw and Twister Claw. Water Gun hits again, but it's just probably not going to be quite enough damage, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not going to be enough damage to really use anything, especially with the slots she was in. Looks like Panlin is going to take game number 2. As we go on into game number 3, we see the Slash Claw start. We've seen Slash Claws start before. First time we're seeing Slash Claw start, and that's going to be Slash Claw end, as Panlin's not going to be able to attack for a while. But Gunding just splashed 3 times in a row and whiffed every single time. So you never know. It is in the lead right now for a little bit. That's going to miss. So is that. Not looking great for the Kaito as it stands. Just use one more move though, it's not going to on the buzzer. Looks like Gunding slightly, but Gunding will take that 2-1. Next is Coffee Table versus Handred. Coffee Table versus Handred. Handred, I think, is a big hands where Coffee Tabled the Ninja Kaito. I think that's what that breed is called, Ninja Kaito. I could be wrong. Big Snowstorm hit. Oh, wait a minute. This is still the wrong Handred, or I think I clicked the wrong guy. Right as I started the match, I had to rub my eye, so I didn't see. Yeah, this is a 3500 Handred, unfortunately. Looks like not the right Handred was uploaded. I talked about how I was doing this 3 days ago, so I can't... There's no excuse. So, Coffee Table takes that 2-0. Next is Bag versus Z-Rex. Next will be Z-Rex. So we're getting to the matches that we've seen these monsters today already. That is A-okay. Oh, I put the wrong X. Oops. Alright. So just a little bit on how we're doing this again, once again. We are going until winners semifinals, which is round M, from like L to M in our bracket in the, like the columns. So that's what we're up. What that's what we're going until, and then we'll move down to losers. All right, Claw coming out. Into the tail combo, back has a huge guts lead. Spiral dive is going to miss. Its sound effect's going to persist all the way through Horn Smash though, which is really funny. Punch combo misses, which means Z-Rex is in a bit of a pickle right now. Punch combo hits this time, does a huge amount of damage. Z-Rex, the Million Claws, is going to be enough because of that huge guts lead. Just barely, but it is enough. Z-Rex takes game number 1. Horn attack into punch combo. Activates the power into tail combo. Tail misses though at 60-something%. Million Claws hits. Hits again. Z-Rex gets power and pulls it off. Next is Pyre versus Mozart. Alright, Pyre doesn't quite have as much life as it could. And the Fire Wave misses, that's really bad for it. Gets hit with the Telepathy into the I-Beam. Neither crit though, so it's not the end of the world. It might not look like those did a ton of damage, but trust me, I'm looking at it right now. Mozart's stats are fine. Gets hit with a critical I-Beam. And it's really close to ending here. Mozart... Oh... Talons comes out, the Tongue Slap misses into the second Talons. Looks like Mozart takes game number 1. I-Beam comes out and misses into the Fire Twister, which hits. Gives Mozart Anger, which means it's more easy to hit. And the I-Beam misses. Mozart's in a not great spot, but it can improve from this. Pyre, though, with the Guts lead, is quite a scary monster. It goes for the Beak, but Beak misses into the Telepathy, which, you know, also misses. Beak comes out. Ooh, Rapid Beaks. Rapid Beaks comes out. Gets Pyre the victory there. We go to game 3. Do we see the Fire Wave? No, we see the I-Beam come out. Does a good amount of damage into a single beak. Into a beak. Telekinesis hits for Chip as Fire Twister hits but doesn't crit. Huge I-Beam crit, especially in Anger though. The Lick goes wide. That would have removed all of Pyre's guts. Into the Fire Stream. Pyre tried there. It tried so desperately. But I think, especially on top of that Lick, that it's over. Mozart, especially after that, Mozart takes it 2-1. Next is Venom versus Pinwheel. Venom is a... Not seeing Tiger, let me try that one again. Is Venom a Tiger? Or Venom a Gel? What's going on? There it is. Pin. I was gonna say, like, we know the monster's here. I literally just used it earlier today, so I don't know why that took so long. Alright, getting into this. Blizzard misses Pinwheel into the Scratch fight here. Both monsters having a tech named Scratch. That is, not the most impactful, but Blizzard goes wide into the Leaping Kick. Let's see, both monsters with about equal guts. Head Assault, huge crit. Venom about to be down game 1, and it looks like that's what our fate's gonna be. Game number 2 coming right up as we get a Blizzard opener that's dodged once again. Great start for Pinwheel. But it's missing all of its moves, so Venom all of a sudden has the guts to use the thing again, but misses its thing that it used. No stab here's kind of wild to me, but it is what it is. Recital comes out and does a decent amount of damage. Combination misses once again into the Russian Punch. Pinwheel kind of running away with this game. The bite comes out and it's just not quite going to be enough, and it looks like Pinwheel takes that 2-0. Next is going to be Silver Scraps versus Busboy. Busboy, Boy. Alright, Silver Scraps versus Busboy. We know what Silver Scraps has. It's the variant of this with the bullet text, and I don't know if it comes with Meteor, but it also has it, so be aware of Meteor? Well, no, it might not have Meteor. That might be another Silverface, who also happens to be in this tournament that I'm... There's 3 Silverfaces. I get them confused sometimes. Huge Triple Stings comes out. Busboy has a Guts lead, though, and does a lot of damage there with the Kamikaze. You might think, oh, wow, that's a really accurate check. Does Silver Scraps not have the form? No. Kamikaze is just that accurate, man. Speaking of which, Busboy takes game number 1. Sorry I'm yawning so much, I'm incredibly tired. Meteor Drive comes out, does 44 Withering, which is actually pretty significant. Silver Scraps responds back with some slot 4 Withering of its own now. Into the giant whip, Silver Scraps on its last legs. It has not the greatest damage potential, unfortunately, so it might struggle here. The Kamikaze is just gonna take it. Busboy takes that 2-0. Next is Crypto versus Nom Nom. Did I ever change 1, 2, 3, 4? Did I ever change this? Surprising time? Oh, trust me. It is a surprising time. I did mention it in the Discord, in the Joy of Wrenching chat, that we would be, doing some early streams to make up for the lack of streams, not this weekend, but this coming weekend and the weekend after, so the last 2 weekends of February. I am busy, so I wanted to do some streams. We're actually going to be done in around 30 minutes or so. So you're coming in at the tail end. I'm tired. It's definitely a bit more casual than it usually is. We also have a fraction of the viewers we usually do. Go figure, most of the world hasn't woken up yet. But the only time I would have to do it during the week is before work, because I go to work. My work starts at 11 and I drive to work at 10:30. So it's 7:30 to 9:30 that we stream. And we're doing this today, we're doing this tomorrow, we're doing this next Wednesday, we're doing this next Thursday. Those are the days where I have time, and combined that's 8 hours, so 4 hours and 4 hours, we make up for the 2 Saturdays we're missing this month. And I think I'm going to start doing that. I'm not going to do that in post, just because I literally don't have time in the month to do it for the time I was out super sick. But from now on, when I miss a Saturday, we're going to make up for it by doing an early morning on a weekday. Both monsters not really swinging with their really big damaging techs, but it looks like Nom Nom's gonna take that just by virtue of Crypto not using moves that do damage. Going on to game 2. We're also not really doing bets right now unless you really want to do bets. I haven't done them because, you know, they not only do they slow it down a little bit, but there's just not as many people here, so the bets wouldn't be as active. But if people want bets, just let me know and I'll enable them. Telekinesis hits. Weapon misses. Weapon is a terrible attack. Activates the anger, though. Huge tongue slap coming out. Om nom nom. Taking that. 2-0. Suezo gang. And last for this round of winners, we have Amber versus Iara. Amber is a gel. This one right here. And Iara. Alright. Last round of winners round 4. After this, I'll take a small break just so I can put our losers of this round into the losers bracket. Huge 3 cubes coming out from Amber. Does a lot of damage. ER responds with a couple cold fogs. Activates the power, though. Gets it with cannon anyways. Doesn't matter. Going the JC strats. Winning game number 1. Game number 2, we got Iaro with Icicle Arrow as its biggest tech, whereas Amber just swinging with these heavies and it's working out. Amber dodges the 3 cubes for the first time this set. Let's loose an Icicle Arrow, which does a ton of damage. Amber on the back foot here a little bit. Ice Sword comes out twice. Misses the 3rd time, though. Beam Gun to the cannon. Oh! Cannon hits again for exactly 200 damage. It looks like Amber takes this one. 2-0. Alright. The Miss Panlin's match. Yeah, Panlin. When was Panlin? Yeah, Panlin had to fight a Gunding. Alright, so with that, let's take a look at brackets, see how this round shaped up, and then I'm going to step away real quick to put our losers into the losers bracket, and then get on with the tournament. This is what we're looking at so far. And that's that. Allow me to go on a brief break while I edit the bracket. I will be back very shortly. And we're back. That literally took so little time this time just because there was so little people to put in. Alright, this is the next round of winners, and after this round, I think no. So it's this round and the round after this. Then we start our losers runs. We start our losers bracket. So we're almost done with winners until we get top 8. Winners round 5. Or no, winners. Okay, winners quarterfinals. So we have Miyaka versus Peachy Keen. Alright, let's get right into this one. Peachy Keen with a very consistent set and then that giant whip up front, whereas Miyaka just kind of has like the Phoenix set TM. It's not a bad set by any stretch of the imagination. No, it's just a notification. I got a notification, but it was just from Pokemon Go. Do not care right now. But, like, it's a good set, and it's got it this far, but can it withstand the Peachy Keen? It doesn't look like it just quite yet, but it could turn things around with a big Fire Stream or a big Rapid Beaks. The 2 would have worked, but it just couldn't quite hit the second one. Peachy Keen takes game number 1. Fire Wave! This is the damage it needed last round in order to succeed. We'll see if it could actually get somewhere this time. Huge Anger, though, removes all of Miyaka's Guts, though, and Peachy Keen has a sizable Guts lead. Hits the Giant Whip, and we're now dead even with only 1 point. Okay, well, I'll say only like 1 point away from being, like, effectively even, I think. But Miyaka not quite even, especially not now after hitting the last 3 moves in a row, taking game number 2. This is really interesting because, like, Miyaka has that really big burst option, and if that doesn't work for it, if it goes backwards and uses it frame 1, it probably loses. But not using it is really good for it, because then it can just do stuff like that, you know? Peachy Keen has a bit of a Guts lead, but has a huge life deficit. Kamikaze, I think, will be all that it takes, and then obviously Giant Whip will be huge. Using all of its Guts on its basics, though. It goes for the Giant Whip at 40, but it misses. Kamikaze, huge crit, activates the power, though. Depending on the move Miyaka uses here, this could spam the clock, but neither monster does anything for a long while there, and Miyaka takes it with the last second beak. Next is Kurora Gunzo versus Tony Pajamas. Hey, there he is. Got enough! There's Kurora Gunzo versus Tony Pajamas in winners quarterfinals. Once again, Tony Pajamas has the 311 life, so it has a slight advantage, but if it goes down to low life, Kurora might have the advantage on decision. But right now, neither monster really hitting anything. Kurora Gunzo, I think, has hit 2 flicks, and that's about it. It's doing little tiny bits of chip, hits the big bomb, does a little bit of withering, even though it was an anger because big bomb isn't a great move. Tony Pajamas goes for it again and hits it a second time, though, and, you know, damages wins. So Kurora Gunzo hits it with that big bomb and loses. Tony Pajamas up 1 game. It's really nice that Big Bomb no longer lags the emulator. This is all this is, just emulator with a funny font. Goes for the thwack, hits the thwack, does not activate the anger though. Don't actually know if Kurora has anger, oh, has power. Okay. Jab comes out, does a little bit of damage a couple times. Tony Pajamas on the back foot. It won game 1. Can I pull something out game 2? It's not going to have enough time. Swing throw absolutely would have demolished there, but that is what it is. We go to game number 3. Starting out with some slaps from the monkey, does a little bit of damage. Kurora goes for the jump blow, but jump blow misses. Activates the slaps. Jump blow hits a second time. Misses the third time though. So we hit flick. Monkey has a huge guts lead though, and that's where Monkey loves to be with a guts lead. Gonna use 3 slaps, the third one misses, which stops him from using it more. Not terrible. So we have the jab come out, do a little bit of damage into the thwack, but the thwack runs down the clock. Tony Pajamas moves on. Strong showing from Macho's monster there. Next is Ahsoka versus Millennium. For a second there, the game froze. That was bad. I don't know if you guys heard it, but at least in my end it like stuttered for a second, and I was like, uh-oh. There it is. That's Millennium. Alright, let's get into this. I think it's our first of a couple Mews we'll be seeing. So wait, I lied. It's the round after... So it's the round after this round that we'll be moving to losers. So we actually have a decent amount of matches to do. Stretched out a little bit. Leaping Kick coming up, doing a decent amount of damage. But nothing compared to the basics of Joker. Goes for the Death Cutter. No crit, but minus 23 guts makes Joker in a pretty position here. Minus 14 into minus 14 again. Millennium just can't keep up. Finally dodges a move, but I think at this point the damage has been done. So we have Death Cutter misses. Ahsoka takes game number 1. Ooh, Meow coming out, but Meow missing as we have back-to-back death energies, withering a ton, doing a decent amount of damage. I don't know if y'all know this, but Joker's a very good monster. Immediately goes into the E's for Ahsoka, not bad. But it's, but I don't think the E's played a big factor in just absolutely dominating Millennium 2-0. Next is Capellison versus SF Doom. Oh, yeah, no, right here. I don't know why I saw Capellison, and oh, I saw Liger as the breeder, and I like Tiger. I misread that. My bad. And next is SF Doom. SF Doom. Your monsters. Your favorite monster's favorite monster. Alright, let's get into this. SF Doom has the funny text. And it served him well so far, but here comes a Gel Copter, which misses. Gel Copter, the last that Capellison was in, he was fighting another Gel with Gel Copter. And I had like a 100% hit rate. But You just missed it for the first time here. Capellison is just blind today. Or blind this match. He's not hitting a single move. Finally hits a whip, but all it does is activate SF Doom's anger. And SF Doom takes game number 1. He just couldn't hit a single move that mattered. Claw Assault comes and misses. So we have Gel Copter. It hits! Huge damage for SF Doom, but it gets the anger, which means it's going to be able to keep Capellison's guts right down. Unless, of course, it gets the anger itself, which gives it a small guts lead, uses my missing Pierce. Using the long punch there, put SF Doom in the lead. This is really back and forth the second game. Sting Slash comes out though. Capellison probably got a battle special there, but it didn't quite matter. SF Doom takes that 2-0. A lot of... Also, wait, I just realized this isn't winners quarters. This is winners round 5. Jump the gun there a bit. SF Doom takes that 2-0. Next is Gunding versus Coffee Tabled. Really weird how there's no other monsters in it. Like, I figured that'd be another monster named Coffee, but no. It's just Coffee Tabled. It's like just Coffee Tabled. So Gunding has 1 less life, which means in the head-to-head it'll always win the grit tie. It'll also always just win, assuming it's close in life left, like if we're down to the wire. Coffee Tabled are off to a great start. Gunding hit one of its gun moves, but it just didn't quite matter. Coffee Tabled with the big anger though. Gets it with another arrow. He's not gonna use any of his guts though, so he got the anger, which allowed him to get hit again. But he had a ton of guts stockpiled, and he just simply sat on them. Didn't do a dang thing with him. Hopping Claw into the foolery, into getting hit by a arrow, into using a move with no withering, into getting, oh my, Coffee Tabled. Your anger play has been atrocious today, buddy. Ice Sword hits for 19 whole damage. So you have the Slash Claws, which miss, into the arrow. Gunding, even though it has these water moves and is named after them, loves using arrow this set. Ooh, big play though. Come on, maybe use the move. Any move. Yeah, he used the move there, but it just wasn't quite enough. Gunding, too spooky, I guess? It is a Joker sub. Takes a 2-0. Still, there's always losers. Next is Z-Rex versus Mozart. Sorry that I keep dozing off in the middle of what I'm trying to do here. I am just very tired. Z-Rex versus Mozart. Z-Rex pulled off some impressive plays with its power last match. So we'll see if it gets to play around with its power this time, although dodging a move is a pretty good way to, you know... Oh. Paths are playing down there. Dodging literally everything so far is a great way to just win regardless of your battle special. Oh! Telekinesis finally hits. But I think it is probably a little bit too late for anything real. I mean, actually, Mozart got close. He just didn't quite have the firepower necessary. Alright, next match, Z-Rex versus Mozart again. Dodges the spit, dodges the million claws. Hits the lick, and Mozart has a decently sized guts lead at this point. Tail combo does hit. Tongue slap misses. That would have been big. That would have been very big. That's what I would have done. I would have licked or kissed or whatever. Just to try to get the enemy's guts down so I could use a big tongue slap. Tongue slap also does a ton of withering too. And it looks like Mozart is kind of running away with this game. Z-Rex is gonna have to move forward and use a move, but it just doesn't. It uses backwards then forward, losing itself precious time where its AI could have decided to actually attack. So Z-Rex is now, and Mozart are now 1-1. Telekinesis start into the tail miss. Good start for Mozart. Bad for Z-Rex, but dodges the telekinesis this time, which is pretty big. Misses Claw though. Hits it a second time. I don't think Claw is what you're trying to get into. Big move there. We have the Claw coming out. This is incredibly close, y'all. Incredibly close. Z-Rex has the guts lead. Goes for a tail to close it out. Z-Rex. Oh god, was that? Yeah, that was 2-1 because there was the match where Mozart just didn't hit anything until the last seconds, but it wasn't enough. Alright, we got 2 more matches this round. It's Pinwheel, Busboy, and Om Nom Nom, and Amber. Spin. Busboy. Oh, there's the bee. I was like, where's the bee? Busboy. Alright, let's get into this one. So after Pinwheel and Busboy and Om Nom Nom and whichever monster's down there, we will be done for the day. Because I will have an hour to finish getting ready for work, which is more than I need. But I'd also like to relax a bit before work, because I stay at work until 8 p.m., so... I like a little bit of... I don't want to do this then immediately go to work. I need to relax a little bit because I'm so tired. So here comes Busboy. Big Song of Mew there does a decent amount of damage. While Busboy now, though, has a huge guts lead. Never mind, misses everything. Twiddling 2 comes out and looks cool, misses, though. Do we see the Meteor Drive? Do we see the Meteor Drive? Goes for the Meteor Drive. It hits! Huge advantage for Busboy now. Has a guts lead, has a life lead. There's 5 seconds left in the clock. Will Pinwheel do anything? Rushing punch on a crit. Might have won at the game, but not enough here. Busboy takes game number 1. Meteor Drive. Misses, does 61 damage to self. Pinwheel with a huge advantage here. Meteor Drive is not like a move you want to frame one, but like it's a move you want to have in your back pocket just in case, you know? Incredibly vital for you to use when you're behind is really what it feels like the optimal use of Meteor Drive is. So here, tail swing misses into the leaping kick. Pinwheel takes game number 2. Song of Mew hits once again. So we have the rushing punch come out. Kamikaze, some of its effectiveness is slightly muted considering Pinwheel had literally 0 guts, but withering is withering. Kamikaze again, that one's big. Pinwheel now down to the teens. Busboy playing a great control game here. Let's see if it keeps it up or if it goes for something crazy like Meteor Drive. Goes for face attack, a simple but effective option. Activates the power, but gets pushed back instead of using actually a move. So Busboy takes that 2-0. Last for the day, Om Nom Nom versus Amber. there it is, first result. Let's go. Alright, Nom versus Amber. It is our last match of today. Let's get right into it. I-beam goes wide. Alright. Oh man, there's like nobody live right now, huh? Huge tongue slap coming out. Amber on an incredibly large back foot. It's a decent amount of damage. Into the whip. Gel top, all of it's missing. He gets hurry, but it's too late to do anything. The foolery to absolutely be rude as heck. Nom takes game number 1. I-beam coming out strong. 3 cubes, though, is going to hit. Big moves there. The hit tech for the Sueso hit. Miss for the gel, though. Misses that time, though. Cannon misses into the telepathy. This monster just loves telepathy. Tries to go for it again. Misses the gel top. Neither monster's going to make a move at the last second. Nom loses game number 2. We're on to game number 3 for our last game of the day. I-beam misses. Cannon also misses. Beam gun hits just a little bit there. I-beam is dodged again. This is looking really good for Amber. Looking incredibly good for Amber. Nom has the guts lead though, and goes for the telekinesis instantly as soon as I say that. Cannon is dodged. Amber slowly falling farther and farther behind. Just needs like a single techno to bring it back. Nom's gonna have a lot of guts. Is he gonna use anything? No, he gets stalled out by Gel Top. And Amber takes it 2-1. Gel Gang. Alright, and so that's gonna do it for our stream today. We will be back at the same time tomorrow. We're going to be doing our winners quarterfinals and then moving into losers where we have a ton of people fighting. I need to mess with losers slightly because it is, in fact, slightly messed up. But I will be doing that tonight. Maybe even today before I go to work, who knows. So that's going to do it for our stream. Who the heck do I even raid? Is there anything exciting in my, like, recommended? No. I don't think there's really anyone to raid, so I might just end my stream. I don't want to deprive people of chips. I'll just, nah, I don't have anything to spend it on anyways, it's whatever. I'm just going to log off for the day. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a nice rest of the day. We will be back tomorrow, same time. See you then.